This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. Just weeks ago, the state of Maine was shocked by the sudden death of beloved Holden Police Chief Chris Greeley. Now, one of the officers he mentored has been promoted to chief and plans to continue the work he started. Our Devin Dagnall has the story.
So my name's Eduardo. I'm the new chief of police for the Holden Police Department.
On Tuesday, March 28th, the town of Holden swore in their newest police chief, Eduardo Benjamin. I had a chance to sit down with him to discuss his upbringing, his time working with Chief Greeley, and what he sees for the future of the department.
What do you want your legacy to be?
Of course, I have big shoes to fill, but I'm going to create my own path.
According to Benjamin, he doesn't see any big changes for the department in his first year. And after that, who knows what obstacles they might face, but he will be ready for any new challenges as police chief. He says right now his biggest challenge is maintaining the environment that makes Holden Police and the town they serve special.
And we're very unique, when someone call here, I pick up the phone. And I used to tease the chief, I was like, you might be the only department in the state that, somebody called the police department and the chief answered the phone.
Originally from Brazil, Benjamin immigrated to Maine in the early 2000s and became a police officer in 2010 after Chris Greeley allegedly cornered him in his own gym with an application. Benjamin credits his philosophy of community service to his mentor and predecessor, the late Chief Chris Greeley.
Chief Greeley, or Chris Greeley, he was he was a mentor, he was a friend, and he was like a father figure to me. So I was lucky enough to work by his side for almost 8 years, and I can say that I learned from the best.
All in all, Benjamin says he is excited for his new position and the opportunities and challenges it brings with it. In Holden, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, Maine State Police are remembering Trooper Benjamin Campbell 4 years after his death. Detective Campbell was killed in the line of duty on April 3, 2019. He had stopped to help a motorist whose vehicle had become disabled on the side of I-95 South in Hamden during a snowstorm when a tire came off a passing truck and struck Campbell. The freak accident and Campbell's death stunned Mainers and ultimately resulted in a $15,000 fine and traffic violations for the driver of that truck. Today, Maine State Police remembered Trooper Campbell with a post on their Facebook page. You can see the illustration right there. Campbell joined the state police in 2012. He is survived by his wife and son. A Lincolnville man charged with murder was arraigned today and says he's not guilty. 47-year-old Matthew Pendleton was arraigned today at the Waldo County Courthouse in Belfast. Pendleton is charged with murder in the death of 47-year-old Kevin Curritt on January 5th. Just after 9:30 a.m., Waldo County Sheriff's deputies were called to 54 Thorndike Road in Lincolnville for an unresponsive man. When they arrived, they say they found Curritt dead at the scene. No date for a bail hearing has been set yet. Ellsworth police report multiple drug busts in recent days and are asking for your help in tracking suspicious activity. According to the Ellsworth Police Department's Facebook page, on March 29th, during a traffic stop on the Bangor Road, officers located just under 80 grams of cocaine and almost $8,500 in cash. Jeffrey S. Card of Ellsworth was charged with trafficking of Schedule W drugs. And on April 2nd, while investigating a trespassing complaint at a local motel, officers say they found roughly 76 grams of fentanyl and 12 grams of cocaine. Sean D. Silsby of Ellsworth was charged with aggravated trafficking of scheduled drugs and unlawful possession of a Schedule W drug. Silsby was also arrested on an outstanding warrant for failing to appear on a charge of theft out of Penobscot County. And Ellsworth police would like your help. If you have any information about the ongoing sale of drugs in Ellsworth, you can contact the tip line at 669-6699. And you can remain anonymous. Well, on Medical Freedom Day, Mainers spoke on bills that would exempt those based on religious and philosophical reasons from receiving COVID-19 vaccines. Our Matthew Gerontic has the story.
Motions ran high for those testifying in front of the Education and Cultural Affairs Committee on whether a vaccine mandate should be implemented.
What is the intent behind mandating a vaccine that is known to be killing and injuring people? It certainly appears that the intent is to harm or to kill. This is essentially legislating murder.
The bills touched on multiple areas of the vaccine debate and mandate controversy. One would restore religious and philosophical exemptions for immunization requirements. Conversely, another bill sought to implement a mandate for school children to receive the COVID-19 vaccine or any vaccine covered under emergency use authorization. Other bills discussed included one to prohibit mandates for students enrolled in public schools, and as well as another proposed law that would ban vaccine requirements under emergency use authorization as a condition for admission or attendance of higher educational institutions. House Republican leader Billy Bob Falkingham was among those who testified. He said the state has failed to include everyone under its current guidelines.
The state of Maine has a constitutional requirement to provide public education for all students, and right now that education is not being provided to those students.
Others argued everyone needs to be vaccinated in order to create a safe environment.
Our children deserve to be safe in their schools, and one of the ways to keep them safe is to help prevent disease. Primary prevention is a goal in our line of work, and what we are trying to do is allow children to attend school free of preventable disease.
Victoria Buckland, who testified in front of the Educational and Cultural Committee, says she is against vaccines in general and believes vaccine makers have ulterior motives.
I think our government and our pharmaceutical companies are not working in our best interest, and we need to be aware of that.
Bills will continue to be discussed and worked on before receiving a vote from the committee. Augusta, Matthew Juroncic, reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Also at the State House, the Judiciary Committee heard testimony on a bill that would change the number of associate justices on the Maine Supreme Judicial Court in order to add judges to the Superior and District Courts of Maine. LD 1192 was presented by Senator Rick Bennett of Oxford. The bill would reduce the number of associate justices on the Supreme Court from 6 to 4, but would then add a justice to the Superior Court and a judge to the District Court. While there is opposition to the reduction of associate justices, there was some agreement on the need in the lower courts.
We just think that the right way to get there is not to reduce the number of justices on the Maine Law Court. For example, we have 7 justices now. If 1 or 2 of them need to recuse themselves, that leaves fewer justices to be able to make important decisions. Maine is a very small state. Likewise,
the bill was inspired by a reported backlog of cases due to not enough judges, and in some cases, the need for more public defenders. Well, Maine's Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife is getting more than $500,000 to preserve and protect vulnerable species and habitats. They will use the federal funding to build on the department's current projects, which include the conservation of butterfly, flower fly, and bumblebee populations. It also includes improving the availability of nesting habitats for endangered freshwater turtles. In a statement, Senator Angus King and Susan Collins said, quote, Maine's wildlife carries immense cultural and economic significance to our state, and it is crucial that we do everything we can to protect our threatened and endangered species before it's too late, end quote. Well, we had a simply beautiful day outside for the most part. Here's hoping there's more of that on the way. With an answer to that question, we'll get a first look at our forecast and find out.
Thank you so much, Beth. Our first weather today is brought to you by Kings Mountain RC. Check out our new location on South Main Street in Brewer. Okay, what a nice looking day today with weather. Not so much. We did have a couple of sprinkles here in town, even a couple of snowflakes up north, just north of Greenville and Millinocket area with those temperatures. Snow favorable for sure. Today, though, here in town, look at these temperatures. 44 degrees once again. By the coast, a little bit cooler air where we did have a ocean breeze, so that's cooling things down slightly into those lower 40s as well. But 40s made its way up all the way up into the northern part of our state. Winds, though, let's talk about that. That is a big topic right now. 22 miles an hour here in town. The coast, still breezy, even windy conditions at times in some spots. These are sustained winds, so wind gusts closer to 30, 35, even 40 miles per hour in some spots. Tonight, though, things will finally start to go calm. The rain will be moving out of the area, and temperatures will continue to cool off, hovering in those mid-30s. Beth?
Alrighty, Conrad, thank you so much. And coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration has announced which 4 astronauts will be going to the moon next year. And the United States Air Force Band will be performing at Bangor High School in just a short while. They visited our studios this morning. Those stories and much more when ABC 7 News at 6 comes right back.
The industry-first 2-in-1 removable agitator from Whirlpool gives you 2 ways to wash. Jeans, in. Sweaters, out. Towels, in. Comforters, out. You decide. Whirlpool.
Key Appliance, we hold the key to savings.
A quality replacement window made with Fibrix material, which is twice as strong as vinyl, delivered through a stress-free process. Welcome to Renewal by Andersen. Get the peace of mind knowing Renewal by Andersen handles everything, from start to finish. With one call, you'll enjoy working with the best people, exclusive products, and a superior process.
It's the people.
It's the process.
It's the product.
Call now to get our exceptional signature service. This fantastic offer is available only for a limited time. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
We spend years training so you have power at the flip of a switch. If we mess up, streetlights don't work, schools close, and businesses shut down. Why would we ever put politicians in charge of all this? Pine Tree Power is a government takeover of our power grid, and it costs $13.5 billion. One way or another, Mainers are going to pay for it. It could mean higher taxes or cutting services we rely on. Pine Tree Power's government takeover is a risk us Mainers can't afford.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. So, which one do you want? This one. Wow.
Get 3.99% financing on an all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full-picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full-picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. NASA has announced the 4 astronauts who will be part of the Artemis II mission to the moon, a mission that has been in the planning stages since 2019. Maine Zone astronaut Jessica Meir had been put on the short list for the Artemis II mission back in 2020. However, it appears she was not chosen for the mission. Instead, Commander Reed Weissman, pilot Victor Glover, mission specialist Christina Koch, and Canadian mission specialist Jeremy Hansen were chosen for the 10-day mission that will have them doing a lunar flyby and orbiting the moon aboard the Orion spacecraft. Artemis II is set to take off in November of 2024. Back here on Earth, the United States Air Force Concert Band from Washington, D.C. will be playing a concert in Bangor High School's Peaks Auditorium today at 7 p.m., so in just a short while. They are finishing up their 12-day community relations tour here in Bangor after visiting multiple locations throughout New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and again here in Maine. They visited our station for the Good Morning Maine show today to play a couple of American classics. Take a listen. As we speak, they are most likely at BHS doing sound checks and preparing for the show. Once again, that starts at 7 p.m. in the Bangor High School Auditorium. And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, we'll take you up to Molunkus, where a long-forgotten trail is being brought back to life. And in sports, Ellsworth baseball looks to get back to the state finals after a dominant 2022 season. That story right after the break.
At Living Innovations, we build community. You can be a part of it. We put supporting people first, and that builds a caring community within our workforce and for the people we serve. Living Innovations supports people with disabilities and has flexible work opportunities available. You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit livinginnovations.com and check out our employment and home provider opportunities. Become a part of Living Innovations and be part of a community with a purpose.
Come see us at R&K Variety in Hamden. R&K Variety is more than just a convenience store. With delicious homemade food made fresh daily, we offer hearty meals that don't break the bank. Whether it be our delicious chicken pot pie, our famous lasagna, or one of our savory soups, you can't go wrong at R&K Variety. Looking for a drink after work? R&K Variety is an agency liquor store with an impressive selection. R&K Variety, more than just a convenience store. We're your neighbor, chef, barista, and friend. Stop by today.
Hey, Dad, look.
Us.
This is the magma chamber.
This isn't us, is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other?
She's not answering.
What? And when our phones have turned us into this,
LT,
what do you do when you're a company that sells them?
we gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's find us again. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
This isn't your parents' photo booth. Premier Limousine and DJ present the latest in photo booth technology, the Magic Mirror Air Booth. We offer unlimited prints of beautiful 4x6 full-color photos and unlimited photos sent directly to your phone. The new Magic Mirror Air Booth is available for proms, weddings, birthdays, class reunions, and corporate events with one of the largest selection of props available. You can book the Magic Mirror Air Booth and DJ services separately or take advantage of our very popular package deal. Contact us at Premier Limousine and DJ.
Honey, where's the countertop?
I sent it out to the granite shop this morning to be replaced.
Wow.
The quickest turnaround in the business, the Granite Shop in Sedgwick.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by AC Electric Corp. AC Electric is looking for an experienced motor shop technician at their Bangor location. If interested, give them a call today.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start with some baseball here. Down east in Ellsworth, the Eagles wrapped up tryouts and kicked off practice towards the end of last week, looking to defend their title as Class B state champs. In 2022, Ellsworth rolled through Class B, finishing 19-1 and winning their second state title in 3 years. And pitching was huge in that run. They finished regular season with an earned run average below 1. But their 3 best pitchers graduated after the season, and they lost 3 very other important seniors, but they're confident the next guys up have what it takes to get the job done.
They're all good ball players. They know how to play baseball. They'll develop mentally over time and mature throughout the season. Especially this season, they're going to grow a lot as baseball players.
They're baseball players and they're athletes. I have confidence in all of them. I've got confidence in the guys with no experience. I've got confidence in the younger guys coming in, and they're winners and they're gamers. And if we have those things, we'll make it work.
We have an absurd amount of athletes, and I am very confident in the fact that we could put a freshman out in a position for a whole season and have them do stuff that you would expect from a senior anywhere else.
So an athletic squad there. With that being said, they also have a great group of returners too, and they're excited to get outside this season and show the rest of the state that the Eagles aren't going anywhere.
We're still hungry, and we still have something to prove. I think even more so this year since we lost like a big chunk of our team. I think the feeling is that we want it again.
I think we're going to surprise some people. We're a very young, hungry team, and I think having the low expectations actually will help us throughout the season.
All right, looking forward to that. Let's go to some tennis now. Over at John Baptist, both their boys and girls programs are coming off of very successful seasons. Let's start with the girls here. The Crusaders posted a really impressive 10-2 record last year, enough for one of the top seeds in Class B North. They went all the way to the regional semifinals, falling in a close match to the eventual state champs from Waterville. But Baptist has a ton of returning players with some great varsity experience, giving them the confidence to have yet another successful campaign.
I'm really excited. We have a great season ahead of us, and I'm excited to see what we can do.
I think we're really excited to see what we can do with the amount of talent of my teammates. I think that this is going to be an awesome team this year, and I'm excited to see what the team does in general.
We're going to work really hard. I think we're going to come out strong, and we only lost a couple players last year, and I think we're going to be pretty good this year.
The Crusaders say a big piece of their success last year was really how well they got along outside of the matches and how hard they worked dating back to late March at Armstrong Tennis Center. And it's those same aspects that are going to lead them to victory this year.
I think everyone who's played on our team has been very devoted and has tried really hard for the success we had. Like, we came to practice every day, everyone had a lot of fun, and I think that that atmosphere of just trying our best has really gone into just our overall performance and how we've been playing.
All right, let's go to the ice now. Monday marks the 30th anniversary of Maine men's hockey's magical run at the national championship in 1992-93. On April 3rd, 1993, the Black Bears defeated Lake Superior State 5-4, capping off a season that many call the greatest college hockey team ever. They went 42-1-2 and set NCAA all-time records for goals, 292, assists, 481, and points with 773. Current Bruins head coach Jimmy Montgomery scored a hat trick in that finals game, with all 3 goals coming in a 5-minute span in the third period. Sean Walsh led the Black Bears from behind the bench with the late Red Gendron on his side. They started the year 30-0-2 en route to making Black Bear history. And I'm sure we have a ton of memories to be shared about that team. That's all the time we have for sports. Here's Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast. Conrad?
Thank you so much, Tyler. Okay, our main weather today is brought to you by Key Appliance. Sales and service for major brands including GE, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Speed Queen, and more. We hold the key to savings, and I hold the key to weather. Yes, exactly that. Let's start out with some advisories today. Small craft advisories are out till around noon tomorrow, so get ready if you are by the coast out and about. Today's weather, though, more sprinkles were showing up. Most of the snow was around Greenville, maybe just a tad bit north, and same thing into the Millinocket area where temperatures are favorable, but still well above freezing, so none of this is accumulating on the ground. Okay, so for us, though, lots of action. Thunderstorms down south by Atlanta into Florida. Severe weather as well. Look at Chicago. Rain. But now let's talk about this system right about here in the Rockies into South Dakota. This is the next blizzard. This is going to have a lot of moisture with it, strong winds, and a slow-moving system. 2 to 3 even day event in some spots where North Dakota, South Dakota, into Minnesota, some places will get 2 to 3 feet of snow. Wow, it is April. We should be turning the page to spring, but no, and not quite yet. But soon, folks, we will really warm up. Okay, so let's talk about the rain. We finally start to clear up. Then it gets pretty interesting by Wednesday evening. Afternoon into evening, we will have more chances of rain moving in. Look at that heavy snow up north by the Caribou area. This will be limited mostly to the northern part of the state with the snow. The rain, though, we're going to get quite a bit of rain, folks. 1/2 inch to even 3/4 of an inch of rain. Some spots close to an inch of rain in Millinocket, by the coast, Machias, same story. Around an inch of liquid equivalent rain. That's a good rainmaker on the way. All right, let's talk about these temperatures. A roller coaster ride for us. A beautiful day tomorrow, 54, and then look what happens. Back to winter conditions, 38. And pretty cold, but look what happens Thursday. Back to the 50s and then slowly cooling down, and another roller coaster back up by Sunday. So now it's pretty much spring. That's what we're going to see, some colder, warmer days. That is something that we will see for quite some time. Highs earlier today, 44 here in town. The coast, I'd say upper 30s to lower 40s, so not looking too bad. Most of the country is really warm. Look at Chicago, 62. Green Bay, that's in pretty much north Wisconsin, 55 degrees. Of course, the 95 quarter is looking nice as well. Temperatures temperatures in the 60s and 70s in some spots. Tonight for us, though, temperatures in the mid-30s. Rain showers early, but it will continue to be windy outside tomorrow. A beautiful day. Go outside, enjoy the sun. 54, partly cloudy and mild. The winds will start to go calm, so a really nice day outside tomorrow for any outdoor activity. Our extended forecast outlook does show more chances of a wintry mix on Wednesday than Thursday. Rain as temperatures warm back up into the 50s. Look what happens Friday into Saturday. We clear up with temperatures in those mid-40s. Beth?
Alrighty, thanks, Conrad. Looking forward to that beautiful day tomorrow, and there is still more to come after the break.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. So, which one do you want? This one. Wow.
Get 3.99% financing on an all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
Every year, tens of thousands of older Mainers are abused or taken advantage of, usually by a trusted family member. Don't sign away your home. Even if promised you can still live there, don't hand over your checkbook or credit card. Don't sign legal papers like a loan document or power of attorney without talking to a lawyer first. Protect yourself, your assets, your independence. Free, confidential legal advice is just a phone call away. Call Legal Services for the Elderly.
I'm Phil Levesque, president of Levesque Business Solutions. We're a family-owned Maine business since 1963. We're your one-stop shop for great office products at affordable rates. From copiers to office furniture to PPE, we've got it all warehoused right here in Bangor. We're your local small Maine business with a dedicated staff providing honest and friendly customer service, top-of-the-line tech support, and the option of in-house leasing. Let us help you get back to business.
In Maine, it's always truck season. And at Thornton Brothers in Lincoln, we are celebrating New Ram Truck Month by carrying the complete line of hard-charging new Ram trucks from light to heavy duty. At Thornton Brothers, you'll find the right truck for cargo space and comfort for those long trips on the road. No matter what Maine throws at you, our trucks have you covered. So come on over and test drive any of our award-winning new Ram trucks at Thornton Brothers, 125 Main Street, Lincoln.
Looking for a new work experience? Fox and ABC Bangor are partnering with local employers to feature the best local job opportunities, like this one.
Central Maine Exteriors is a home remodeling contractor specializing in windows, doors, siding, roofing, decks, as well as interior remodels and new construction. We are hiring framing and finishing carpenters. Call 290-2750.
This week, the indictment of former President Donald Trump. New York City increasing security before his arraignment. So what happens next? More Americans turn to the most watched newscast on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
A couple from Molunkus is putting the Pine Tree Trail back on the Maine state map. The duo uncovered an old metal Pine Tree Trail sign on their property, and once they researched what it was all about, well, they made it their joint mission to reintroduce the public to that forgotten trail. Our Jody Hersey has their story.
Back in 2012, Nate Nipula uncovered a piece of Maine history while working on his property in Molunkus. It was an old Pine Tree Trail sign.
You just never know what you're going to stumble across. I mean, it might take you years before you realize what it is. Between 2012 and 2019, I had the sign in my closet, even hanging out here on the old barn for a while. Then in 2019, I came up with the idea to bring back the recognition of the route.
The Pine Tree Trail, which spans from Portland to Fort Kent, originally used to display 500 signs along the route. It had been labeled on Maine maps and other tourism literature, but somehow became forgotten over the years. Robbie McKay is Nipula's fiancé.
The potential of what it can do to help all these communities that are struggling, there was really only one answer, and that was to revive it.
The couple reached out to the Maine DOT, which informed them it could cost over $100,000 to re-sign the entire route. So the duo opted to have just 135 signs remade at $300 each, which covers the cost of the sign, the hardware, and the installation. White Sign in Stillwater created the new trail signs, which are now going up along the route.
It's not really different than most signs. The only difference is it has the logo.
Nipula and McKay are using their own money earned from Nipula's Wooded Moose creations to pay for the signs, along with contributions from donors that the couple is referring to fondly as trailblazers.
We had someone from South Carolina get in touch with us and say that they want to travel the trail this year. Could we give them some information? You know, bicyclists, they're all excited to bicycle the trail, and it's just phenomenal. The possibilities are endless.
In Molunkus, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
That trail sounds like quite an adventure. Good luck to everybody who takes a shot at traveling the whole way. Alrighty, folks, so that's going to do it for us from everyone here at ABC 7. Take care. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you right back here at 11. Good night, everybody.